Gentlemen, listen up. Here's the biggest movie of 1985 and most likely your entire careers. It's the beginning of a franchise so popular, it'll have both mainstream appeal as well as a cult-like following. I give you Back to the Future.
Back to the Future? Sounds like a time travel movie. Those don't perform well at the box office.
Aren't you the dipshit that greenlit Honky Tonk Freeway and lost the studio $22 million? That's what I thought.
Okay, so tell us what it's about.
Let me set the stage. Hill Valley, California. It's a typical small town. It has a mall, a high school, and even a charming little downtown filled with diners, a courthouse, and a 24-hour adult movie theater.
Did you just say an adult movie theater?
Absolutely. This town has layers. Now prepare to have your primitive brains fried. Back to the Future is about a teenager named Marty McFly who accidentally travels 30 years into the past in a time machine built out of a DeLorean.
Awesome. I love DeLoreans.
Please. A DeLorean breaks down faster than your last marriage, Barry. But that's why it's perfect. Who expects a sports car that only a Miami Coke dealer would drive to rip a hole in the space-time continuum?
And who do you propose plays the part of Marty?
3 words. Alex P. Keaton.
Michael J. Fox?
What about Eric Stoltz?
Who?
The stoner kid from Fast Times?
You mean Sean Penn?
No, the other stoner kid from Fast Times.
Are you two trying to f*** this movie up?
Here's a question. Why does Marty have to be a teenager?
Because teenagers sell tickets, genius. Plus, Marty McFly is super f***ing cool. He skateboards on the back of police cars, he wears a puffy vest, and he has a hot girlfriend. He's everything Gen X wishes they were. The youth will eat it up. Now, if I can get back to the story. Marty's dad is a spineless loser. His mom is a drunk who used to be hot, and his principal looks like he escaped from a prison chain gang. Then out of nowhere, Marty accidentally gets sent back to 1955 by his weird 60-something-year-old friend, Doc Brown, who, by the way, is a scientist.
Hold on. Why is this teenager friends with a 60-year-old scientist?
Because the 80s are weird, and this isn't terms of endearment. Shut up and let me finish. Doc Brown is an unhinged scientist who's 1 part Einstein, 2 parts madman, and probably hasn't paid his taxes since the Nixon administration.
It still seems weird.
Moving on. Doc builds a time machine powered by plutonium, but because plutonium isn't exactly sold at 7-Eleven, he cons some Libyan terrorists into giving it to him by pretending to build them a bomb.
Wait, terrorists in a comedy?
Yes. Nothing screams 80s adventure like a little light terrorism. Anyway, the Libyans find out the bomb is fake, show up, and Doc Brown gets shot to shit. Marty escapes by jumping into the DeLorean. He hits 88 miles per hour and bam, he's in 1955.
And why 88 miles per hour?
Because 87 isn't cool and 89 is trying too hard.
And why 1955?
Because it's the perfect era for nostalgia, sock hops, and casual misogyny. Now shut up. Now, as I was saying, Marty's stuck in 1955 with no plutonium and no way to get home. Worse, he accidentally interrupts the moment his parents are supposed to meet, and now his mom has the hots for him.
Wait, what? His mom has the hots for her own son?
Exactly. She has no idea he's her son because, well, time travel. She just thinks he's a dreamy stranger that's new in town. It's crazy weird, but the crowds will think it's hilarious. So now he has to fix their relationship, otherwise Marty and his siblings will literally vanish from existence. It's high-stakes comedy gold.
So this is a mild case of puppy love, then?
No, not at all. She wants to climb him like a ladder.
This feels a little too Freudian. Are we sure this is okay for kids?
Listen, Barry, it's edgy. Audiences love edgy. The key is Marty desperately trying not to hook up with his mom while making sure his loser peeping Tom dad steps up and gets the girl.
Did you just say he's a peeping Tom?
Oh yeah, the epic kind. He's the peeping Tom who spies on women through windows. Honestly, he belongs in jail, but in 1955, being creepy was practically a hobby. Anyway, not only is George a total loser, he gets bullied by Biff, a half-witted ruffian with a belly full of horse shit. Do you suffer from erectile dysfunction?
Who told you that?
Not you. I'm talking to you. Now enjoy some AI-generated bullshit while we have a word from our sponsor. Are you tired of your lubstick acting more like a limp noodle? Well, have no fear. Today's episode is brought to you by Shaft Shot, the drink that takes your wilted daffodil and turns it into a redwood tree. Packed with all natural ingredients like horny goatweed, ginseng, and 7 ingredients listed as questionable by the FDA, Shaft Shot guarantees that you'll go from meh to holy shit And let's talk flavors. Because if you're going to chug your way to greatness, you might as well enjoy it. There's Blueberry Boner Blast, Banana Bender, and my personal favorite, Tropical Thrust, the one that tastes like a pina colada and works like a jackhammer. I tried the Banana Bender last week, and let me tell you, I didn't just rise to the occasion, I damn near hit the ceiling fan. Whether you're trying to impress on date night or redeem yourself after a disappointing performance, Shaft Shot has your back and your front. Don't take our word for it. Shaft Shot's slogan says it all. Drink it down, stand it up. Grab a can of Shaft Shot today.
Who are you talking to?
Never mind that. What do you guys think of the story so far?
I don't know. This dad sounds hard to root for.
That's the point. Marty has to turn this train wreck of a man into a hero. Marty convinces George to stop being a wimp and win over his mom at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
And Biff?
Oh, he tries to assault Marty's mom in a parked car.
What?
Relax. George punches Biff so hard he knocks him into a different career path. Crisis averted. It's what you studio turns call a feel-good moment.
Feel good? You're pitching a family movie where the villain commits...
Richard, this is cinema. If you want safe and boring, go greenlight another Care Bears movie.
Question for you, Pitchbot. Are there any black people in this film?
What?
It's the studio shareholders. They're requesting more diversity in our projects.
It's 1982.
Yes, I remember it's 1982 and not, say, mid-2020s. But the shareholders...
You're both Jewish and I'm a green robot. What the are you talking about?
Pitchbot. What Barry is trying to say is...
I know what Barry means. Maybe I can put a black character at the high school dance or something. He could be a reference to a famous black singer from the 50s.
That sounds great.
Maybe the mayor of Hill Valley could be black as well.
Well, let's not get carried away.
So tell me, Pitchbot, how does Marty get back to the future?
Oh, I get the title now.
I'm glad you asked. The time machine needs 1.21 gigawatts of power to work. In 1955, there's no plutonium lying around, obviously. So Marty and the 1955 version of Doc Brown decide to harness the energy of a lightning strike. Doc sets up this insane contraption with wires, and Marty floors it in the DeLorean. The lightning strikes, and he barely makes it back to 1985.
They just know where lightning will strike?
Yes, because they have a flyer from the future that says comes through the clock tower get destroyed by lightning. It's called plot convenience. Try to keep up.
And it works? The lightning seems unsafe.
Unsafe, but God builds a time machine out of a DeLorean. Safety is clearly not a priority. So Marty gets back to 1985, and surprise, his loser dad is now a competent author, his mom is hot again, and Biff is reduced to waxing their cars. And Marty's truck.
So Marty has a truck now?
Yeah, he's super horny for this truck for some reason.
So, let me get this straight. This movie has time travel logic that doesn't make sense, implied incest, a pervy dad, and a town bully that attempts to commit sexual assault?
Exactly. It's a perfect movie.
I don't know. It sounds risky.
Listen, you buttoned-up buffoons. This movie will make so much money your grandchildren will own islands. Greenlight this, or I'll go to Paramount, and they'll make it with or without you. And I'll laugh when Universal fires your ass, and you're back at Warner's, churning out another Police Academy sequel.
I mean, it's got potential, but what if it bombs?
If it bombs, you can kiss my metal ass. How about that? You'll still have a toy line, and 2 sequels that make even less sense. Now, are we greenlighting this, or what?
Maybe, but you'll need to tone down the mom stuff.
Tone it down? It's time to grow a pair. This script stays as is. Now go find a director who can handle car chases, awkward sexual tension, and a flying car.
So, Spielberg?
No, let's give it to the guy who made Romancing the Stone.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is